Welcome, boys and girls, to Storytime with GrannMaPat. Today, our story is going to be Share and Take Turns. And I have a granddaughter whose name is Nevaeh, and she's just turned 2 years of age, and she's learning how to share. My daughter took her to the park after she took her out of school one day, and Nevaeh loves to swing. And so as soon as she got out of the car, she ran to the swings as fast as she could, and there were two children swinging. And as soon as she got there, she stopped and she said, "Share, share." So being two, she hasn't quite mastered the art of sharing, but she is learning. She has to know that once they have a turn, then she can take her turn. And that's what sharing and taking turns is all about. So our book today is called Share and Take Turns, and is written by a teacher, and her name is Sherry J. Miners. And the wonderful illustrations are done by Meredith Johnson. Let's see. It's fun to play and imagine, and that's what these boys and girls are doing. They each have a doll or a toy to play with, and they're pretending that it's something else. Maybe the little girl is thinking, "This is my baby," and she's talking to her and telling her what she wants to do. And that's probably what the others are doing also. But they're just playing with their toys and having fun. Sometimes when I play, I want what others have, or they want what I have. Well, this little girl has all the toys, Play-Doh, cutters, rollers, and the other two children don't have anything. Well, I think she'd have more fun if she shared with them. So let's see what happens. I know a way we can get along. We can share. One way to share is to divide things. And that's what she did. She divided what she had between her other two friends. And now they all have something to play with, and they're having fun together. And that's called sharing. Another way to share is to use things together. Playing together can be more fun than playing alone. And what do they have? They've got a red ball, and they're taking turns with the ball. He's going to have his turn to kick the ball, and then each of the girls will have their turn. And so that's how they're sharing and taking turns. Trading is another way to share. My friends can use what I have while I use what my friends have. Now the one little girl has a little toy robot, and the other one has, what does she have? She has a book. And so they're trading. She's giving her friend her book, and the other little girl is giving her friend her little robot. So that's how they're sharing. Taking turns is a way of sharing too. When we can't use something at the same time, I can wait for my turn. Now these children are playing with the water toys, and the little boy is waiting patiently so that he can have his turn when they finish. And the little girl is sliding down the slide, and as soon as she gets off, then her friend will get to slide. So they're taking turns and sharing. I can also share things I know. And so this boy and girl, they're reading a book, and they're sharing the book together. And I can share special things about me, like things I make and things I can do. When I help someone, I share my time. Now this dad is sharing something special. His children made some pictures, and he's putting them on the refrigerator. So he's sharing his children's art with family and friends when they come to the house. They can look at the beautiful pictures, and they can enjoy them. And the little girl is sharing by helping her sister set the table. I might offer to share, or another person might offer to share. And look, they're having fun playing dress up. And the little boy found some beads. And he doesn't wear beads, so he's giving the beads to the girls so they can take turns playing with them. Dress up is fun. Sometimes I ask a friend to share. I'm glad when someone shares with me. The little girl is sitting on the sofa and she's got room beside her. So she told her friend, "You can come sit right here beside me." So they're going to share the sofa. But another thing they can do, let's see. If a person says no, they don't want to share, then I can do something else. So this little girl got her own chair to sit in. So now she's sitting in her chair and her friend is sitting on the sofa. It's not always easy to share. I might have something that's special to me, and I might not want to share it, or I may not feel ready to share. And that's what's happening here. The little girl loves her little guitar, and her friend is looking at it and he's smiling because he'd like to play with it too, but she's not ready to share her guitar yet, and that's okay. Maybe she's got something else that she can share. She's still not ready to share that guitar, but she's got some other toys or instruments. So she's letting her friend play with the tambourine. So he's happy about that. And sometimes I decide to share, even though it's hard for me. And sometimes it really is hard. When I share or take turns, I'm being generous. Well, look what happened. She finally decided she was ready to share her guitar. And so now her friend is able to use it. And he's happy, and she's happy too. I'm learning to make good choices, and I'm learning to think about others. When we're little, we're 1 and 2 and 3, and we're just learning how to share. It's sometimes hard, but that's something that we have to learn. And that's what they're learning. They're learning how to share and take turns with their friends. If I have something and a friend comes over, she's coming over so she can play with me and share the things that I have. And if I'm not willing to share, she's not going to come back and play with me. And if I go to her house, she may not want to share with me. So if we share at my house, then when I go to her house, she'll share her things with me. Let's see. No matter where I am or who I'm with, there are special ways that I can share. And would you look at that? It's raining outside and the little girl has a beautiful red umbrella. Does her friend have one? No, he's getting wet. And what does the little girl say? "You can share my umbrella. Come on, get under my umbrella, and then you won't get wet." So her and her friend are sharing, and that's a good thing. And that's what I want my granddaughter Nevaeh to learn, and all of those other 2 and 3-year-olds that are out there that are just now learning how to share. Well, thank you, boys and girls, and I hope you enjoyed our story today. Sharing and taking turns. See you next time, boys and girls. Bye-bye.